I've been tying some baitfish patterns lately because everything that I fish for regularly, like trout and bass, eat other fish. We're going to tie a Clouser deep minnow here. This is a fly that probably ought to be in everybody's fly box, and probably several combinations of colors and sizes, both freshwater and salt if you fish fresh and salt. So we're going to tie this one on a Daiichi 2546 saltwater hook. Once you've attached the eyes, as in the other video that's in the description link, you want to bring the thread back up about halfway between the eyes and the eye of the hook. On a bucktail, the hair near the base is hollow and it will flare, so the sweet spot is about halfway up the bucktail. Here we're going to put out a selection that's about the size of half a grade school pencil. Not the kindergarten pencil, but grade school pencil. Once we have that separated, we want to hold that out and clip as close to the base of the hair as we possibly can. Remember that because we're using barbell eyes on this hook, this is going to ride upside down. In other words, the hook point's going to ride up. So we're getting ready to put this white hair on the bottom of the fly. We have about half a pencil's worth, and we want this to be sparse, so we want to pull out all the short hairs by getting hold of it about 2/3 of the way up and then stripping out the short hairs. I like for this hair to extend about a hook shank length behind the bend of the hook, maybe a little more. So about there, we want to cut this off even. I want to clip this off even and place this corner in front of where the thread is hanging, and all the rest of the hair obviously will also go in there. Now we're going to take a loose wrap around this whole bundle of hair and then pull up. And now we'll continue to wrap, holding the hair up to keep it on top of the hook, and we'll wrap, increasing the firmness toward the eye of the hook. Continue to pull up on the bundle of hair as you wrap forward and increase the tension on the thread as you go. You'll notice here that we're leaving a space in front of the eyes. We do want to leave this space in place. Don't wrap right up to the eyes. Now we take the thread behind the barbell eyes and take 3 or 4 firm wraps right up against the barbell eyes. Continue to hold up on the bundle of hair as you do this, and then spiral wrap back to the barb of the hook. Take 3 or 4 tight wraps here, and then spiral forward crisscross until you get back behind the eyes, and then move the thread in front of the eyes. That forms the bottom of the Clouser. Now we're going to flip the fly over, and I'm going to be using pearl crystal flash and black bucktail. If you don't have a rotary vise, just turn the hook over in your vise. Here we're going to pull off about 6 to 8 strands of crystal flash. If you divide this length of crystal flash into 3 parts and fold over about 1/3 of it, that'll give you about the right answer. So I want some shorter and some longer. Now I wrap the crystal flash around the bobbin tube. It's just easier for me than trying to get it around the thread. We want to push the crystal flash up the thread, take a couple of wraps over it to hold it down. And when you do this, you should have some of the ends of the crystal flash that end up in the middle of the body, or in the middle of the white. And other pieces of the crystal flash should be longer than the bucktail. Now we divide the crystal flash on either side of the hook and bind it down with several wraps. Now we take our black bucktail, and we want maybe a little more than we got in the first bundle, slightly larger than half a grade school pencil. Pull it out from the side, clip it as close to the hide as you can. Be sure to remove any short hairs, and then we'll measure it against the length of the other bucktail. We want them about the same length. Then, just like we did before, we'll clip it off. Place it the same way we placed the bottom bucktail, the white bucktail. Be sure to leave plenty of space behind the eye of the hook. Don't crowd the eye. Lift up on the bundle, take a gathering wrap, pull up, and then increase the tension as you go toward the eye of the hook. And now you build a nice even head. Now we grab our whip finisher, take a couple of 3-turn whip finishes, clip the thread, and there is a Clouser deep minnow.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe for all our videos and tight lines.